All right, guys, welcome back to another KevCAM night class tonight. Tonight I have Terrence helping out with any questions that pop up along the way. Terrence, are you with us?
Yes, good evening, everybody.
And I do see a couple new names in here, so we'll just go over the good old ritual. So we do all the night classes in GoToWebinar, and this puts everybody on mute just to eliminate any background noise. If you guys do have questions, definitely feel free to ask those. And there is a questions panel that you guys can expand out on your control panel. You guys should all see that on the right-hand side of your screen. And if you guys just type them in there, and Terrence will read them off to me, and we'll get your questions answered. And these classes are, like I said before, these are solely dedicated for just training purposes for you guys. So you guys tell me what you want to see, and we will do it. So if you guys send those ideas over to me via email, and we'll send you off some sweet SolidCAM swag. And let me just put my email address in there for you guys. All right, I put it in the chat for you guys. And anybody that's watching this later on YouTube, my email will actually be down in the description of the video. And then speaking of YouTube, let's get to the channel. So if you guys go to, or all the night classes are recorded for you guys. So if you guys go over to the SolidCAM University channel or type in KevCAM, come here, hit the subscribe button, and you guys will get updates on all the latest videos. And I think this week we've added 5 of them this week. So kind of adding some helpful videos in there for you guys per your request. And like I said, if we have one that we can do a whole night class on, we'll definitely do a night class on. Or if it's just looking for a quick tip trick video, we'll just do the shorter videos that Mark Pimentel handles. So, and let me just, for those of you guys that want a direct link, I will put this into the chat area for you guys. All right, so it's in the chat for you guys. Okay, so we'll get the ball rolling tonight. Tonight we are covering lathe threading. It's going to be a pretty short class tonight, and just because there's not a whole lot in here, but we're going to do some external threads, some internal threads, and national pipe tap threads. Kind of show you guys how it works, how easy it is, and just go from there. So when you guys are doing your parts in SolidWorks, you guys don't have to draw up your threads at all. That's more or less just a waste of graphics and time for creating them. So all you guys really just need is the major diameter drawn up. So for this particular part right here, we are running a 3 3/4 by 4 thread. So fairly large threads right here. Now you guys can do custom threads, or you guys can do standard threads or pipe tap threads. The sky's the limit on what you guys can do for threading. So for right now, we'll get the ball rolling here, and we'll just open up a threading operation. Same as always, grab your geometry, and you're just going to grab that top thread geometry. Can I get this panned around for you guys? Over the top area. I don't want to thread down in here or over here. I just want to thread this top portion right here. So we can hit the green check mark. Now if I go to my modified geometry, I've already known that it's already extended off to my stock. Well, I don't have any stock, so it's going to go right to the edge. If I wanted to start that off just a little bit further, we can just put like a 100 thou lead out in there for you. Tool. We'll go ahead and grab our threading insert tool here. And this one I did a triangle threading tool right here. You can put all your values in here. You can actually grab the table and grab those threads. And we'll actually use the other style thread tool for the inside. So that's pretty simple so far. Safety distance, same as normal. Now, here's where the technology of the guts of everything. So are we doing a external thread? Are we doing internal thread? These two I'm not going to cover just because, well, let me just ask you guys, have you guys ever ran across where you would need face threads? And all my short years of machining. Oh, George, you surprised me. I was expecting nobody to say that. Okay. So with the face threads, I will do a separate video covering how the face threads work. I'll have to find, George, do you have a part that you could send me? Yeah, I see, maybe the mail though. Yeah, George, if you could send me a part, and if not, we'll find one for you, and Mark will do a short little video on doing face threads. I apologize. I thought this was something that doesn't get used very often, so I didn't really dig too deep to get parts. But and if George, if you do, that would be great for scroll chucks. Okay. I guess oh, thanks, Greg and George. Yeah. I guess I never thought about that, but yeah, that's a great point there, Greg. Okay, so I guess tonight we'll just focus on internal and external and different threads, pitches and diameters in here, and then we'll do pipe tap, and then, like I said, we'll do just a separate video on doing face threads, so I apologize for that, guys. But okay, so in here, we're going to do our long external. Now you guys can set up step downs. So you guys, if you guys want to do a 5 thou step down, so we can do a 10 thou step down. What this maximum step down is going to be, it's going to be the max that it can go. So let's say you guys have a step down of 8 thou, but you're going to have that last little bit that it's either going to be larger than 8 thou or very small. So that's where it will kind of like when we use HSS, morph between boundary curves, it kind of finds the happy medium between those if it has to fan out to accommodate that step down. So that's what the maximum is going to be. So let's just say a max of 20 right now. Finish allowance, you guys can put a allowance on there. What starting angle do you want to start with? Now, when we do multiples, like I said, you have all the different parameters. If you guys were to check single, this is just going to put it in a straight one cut G33 single pass for you guys. So it's going to kind of eliminate all the multiple passes and just go right to more or less the finishing side of things. So hopefully that kind of makes sense with everybody. Now I think if I remember right, when we were talking about thread milling on the milling side of things, it got brought up to my attention with the multi-starts. And I think, George, I think maybe you were that one that brought it up, or a couple of you guys brought it up. I was couldn't really find where we could kind of implement that, but now I see where we want to put that in there. So here is your multi-start threads. It's in there. Now what this does is, and you know, this is going to be a repeat for some of you guys because you guys already know what it is, but multi-start is, let's say if you guys were throwing a nut on here, you would have to spin that nut 360 degrees around before it would start engaging in the threads. Well, what you can do with this multi-start is do 2 in here, and what it will do is we can engage that threads every 180 degrees. So you guys can have multiple starts in there for you guys, and that way you guys don't have to rotate that nut all the way around to get that nut to start threading on in there. So now here is your table. Now if you guys have custom threads, Acme threads, just any oddball thread that is not in the table, all you guys have to do is come in here and put your threads, your threads per inch or your minor diameter in here. Now for this one, I'm going to use the table, and I'm going to go to the UN here, and we are going to do a 3 3/4 by 4. And you'll see in here, it actually has my cylinder preparation diameter. So I should have my cylinder at 3 3/4. So that's the one I want to do. So just by doing that, it's automatically going to fill out all the information here for you guys. So we don't have to worry about that. But like I said, these are fully customized for you guys. So if you guys have a custom thread that you guys want to put in there, then here is where you guys can put your threads or custom, put whatever you guys need in there. Now, farther down is your thread finish. Now, thread finish is basically a spring pass. So it's coming in there, and if you guys can think of it as, like I said, like in iMachine we use a spring pass or just one additional pass. Maybe you guys want to do a single, and you just need to take just that relief cut. This is where you can do that. So, and then external finish, what this is going to do is it's going to buzz across the top of the thread, so you can kind of see in the picture here, and just clean off any burrs or anything that was left on there at just the peaks of the threads for you guys. All right. Yeah. Oh, no problem, Ben. Hopefully you didn't miss too much. Okay. So here is, basically all of our threading. Now, if we want to take it one step further, is how do you want to approach those threads? Do you want to come in it right from the center and just kind of dish out and work its way around? Do you want to kind of go more from the right, more from the left, or do you want to do like a zigzag pattern? So if you're taking multiple passes. So a couple different options for you guys on how you guys want to thread it. Different thread insert companies suggest different threading patterns. So we do have these different patterns in here for you guys to accommodate whatever your guys' needs are. All right, I think that covers everything on this page. And then link, or your approach. Upper right safety corner for the retract and approach. And that's pretty much it. So if we just do save and calculate here, and you can see our threads are going through our part. So let's go ahead and simulate it real quick. So you can see our star thread tool here. And let me slow it down because I think this goes pretty fast. Now it's kind of hard to see what's going on because you'll see my tool path is the exact same color as my my threads here. So if you guys ever want to, you guys can come over here and click the clear button, and that will clear out any prior path that's been on there. Now, you'll see that I have flats on here, and I got kind of schooled here a little bit. Now, I always thought internal threads, you want to do 80% of threads in there. Pulled out the machinist handbook, and I always thought, for external threads, they were supposed to be 100% sharp. So I actually pulled up this one right here and grabbed a screenshot for you guys. So this is the thread that we're actually creating right now. And we are supposed to have a 31 thou 31 thou flat on there. Now, if you guys need to have that sharp point on there, we can definitely do that. What it's going off of for this table right here is off the machinist handbook itself. But like I said, if we need to do sharp, we can come over here and we can modify this number. And let's just try, I'm just kind of shooting the dark here, 335. And now you can see we have nice sharp threads. It looks like we still have just a little bit of a flat on there, but very, very small. Like I said, I was always under the impression you wanted sharp threads, but I guess I was wrong. So like I said, kind of based off the machinist handbook, I had to do a little bit of digging, and I got a couple of gray hairs trying to figure out why I'm not getting sharp points on there. But like I said, it's pulling it right off of, where'd my picture go here? I'll have to find it again. I must have closed out of it. Give me 1 second here, guys. And there it is. So there's that 31 thou for you guys. So any questions on just doing the external threads? All right, don't see anything. So let's go ahead and do some internal threads. Now, same thing here. I have a through hole part, and I just want to do some threading up to that same point right there. It's going to be just a little hair different on this one. So when we go to grab our geometry, we'll grab that, but you'll see my line goes all the way through. Obviously, I do not want to thread my part entirely through just because I don't have a long enough threading bar in there. So I'll accept that. Now, under Modified Geometry, let me just get a side turn view here. And this is kind of something I forgot to mention when we started the turning series. Over here, these are kind of set up exactly for the view that you guys are trying to look for. These are going to kind of be your most common ones. This being one of them right here. So you get that good side view, you can see what's going on. So now what I want to do is I want to end my threads right at the exact same spot as I did before. So if I come over to my extend trim, I can just highlight it and just click, and it's going to shorten it up to right to that point that I clicked on. So if oh, go ahead.
Just wanted to bring up that Ben made a nice comment there.
Let's see. Usually the outer thread diameter, if smaller than normal, after the thread, I make a second finish pass the same diameter to deburr threads. Yes. Let me show you that, Ben. Okay. So we had our auto extend to our start, and everything's set there. Now, Ben, what you're getting at is right here. So thread finish pass. So that's kind of like exactly what you're looking for right there. So what Ben is saying is usually on the outer thread diameter, if smaller than nominal, and after threading, I make a second finish pass or path to the same diameter to deburr the threads. So Ben, that's what you're looking for, right? So I just want to make sure I'm answering your guys' questions. No, go to the minimum diameter. Okay, so go to the minimum diameter, not where the orange line is or where your threads will be. Shorter. The next line left. Are you talking this one? Sorry. Here, let me, I'll just cancel this operation and we'll just open up this one right here. So let's go back to turning here, play this through. Let me clear out. So Ben, are you talking you'll do one additional finish pass right down in here to clean these out, or one pass along the top to clean it off? You had it there for several seconds. I saw it. It's one pass along the top. Okay, so the one pass along the top is going to be this one right here. Is this what you're looking for? Okay, perfect. Sorry about that, Ben. So yeah, this is going to clean off your tops, going one pass above. And let's just turn that on, save and calculate, simulate it, turning here. And I'll try to pause it. We'll slow it down for you. There we go. So just kind of cleaning off the tips going along for you. Great question. Any other questions on external threads? And I apologize if I read your questions and I'm not getting it right away. That's why I'm a video person and I love watching videos and not reading. Okay, so let's we'll grab that geometry. And like I said, we'll shorten that up to point right there. And now we'll grab that internal threading tool. Now, I suppose I could make one real quick for you guys. So for this particular one, all I did was just do internal threading composite tool here. Do the rectangle and go to UN here, and we are going to be cutting 2 by 4.5. So it gets all the proper insert in there for me. Yeah, I guess that looks good. Looks just a hair different than must have changed up something just a hair with that. Oh, mounting. No, I got my here I go to make a tool for you guys and straight. Oh, that's good. My tool is just flopped around a little bit here. Trying to think what's causing my tool to flip here. Must have. Must have one of my values just flipped a little bit. I'll have to look at that a little bit later for you guys.
Ben is mentioning the spindle direction.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at here, but I got my direction going left. Let me get back to this one. I'm still getting my insert to, let me just try one other thing here. I wonder if it's just because my insert's just a hair long each. Let me see what my H is on this one. Yeah, that's what it is. Well, it's still looking just a hair off from what I have on that other one, and this one definitely will work because it's all we really need to represent is where that flat is and then our bar to go on there. I just like the way this one looks better, but okay. Well, I'll grab right here. Okay, so sorry about that, guys. So our safety is still going to be the same. Now, it automatically kind of, I shouldn't say automatically, 99% of the time it will let you know if it's, you know, external or internal threads for you. We can do this one, you know, like we did before of 10th thou pass with a max of, 0.02. And, you know, we can do our multi-starts. I'm going to grab my table here. And let's go down to our 2 and by 4.5 here. And now let's get to turning. Now, one thing, so we got our internal threads looking good there. Now, one thing I was kind of playing around with a little bit, kind of going through the prep work here, and you know, I'll say though, I'm more of a milling guy. just kind of grew up around the mills more than the lathes. I always like to go to Solid Verify. Solid Verify is going to work for you guys for the threading style. It is going to take a little bit longer to do the simulation, just because if you think about all the graphical data that's going on when we're doing our threading. So if you guys are constantly doing Solid Verify, I mean, it's going to work just fine for you guys. It does take just a hair longer to simulate. So if we hop out of here, and I'll simulate this one for you. So I have it maxed out right now, and that's as far as fast as it's going to go. So you'll see it in there for you guys. Yeah, Ben says I need to get a faster computer, and I will agree with that.
Don't we all?
Yep. I still won't forget, we're working with one of our customers, and we were looking at, there was a process I wanted to see what was going on, and I went to his performance, and it was like 27 cores in there or something. I just couldn't believe it.
That's a nasty processor.
Oh, okay. I read that too late, Ben. Looks like you're not threading to the clearance diameter. Still short. Oh, like going past going over to the left a little bit more? Okay. Yeah, I can, easy enough if we go to modify geometry, if I need to go farther past, which you're correct, because I'm ending right here. So what I'll do is come here, and I'll say I want it to end right there. So we're going a little bit past for you. And save and calculate. And we'll do a Solid Verify again here. Let me just change up. Let's see. I'm going to go to accuracy. Let me try to change this to 5 thou. Go a little bit faster for you guys. And it almost looks like with my my relief, I need to cut that down just a hair down more. So there we go. Got a nice little thingamajig, or whatchamacallit, with threads on it. Okay. Any questions on internal or external threads right here before we go to the pipe tab? Okay. Let's close out of this one here. Tool, SolidCAM. Okay, so we got a pipe tap thread right here. This is half 14 National Pipe Tap. Gets just a hair different when we are doing National Pipe Tap threads. One is in the user directory. It's going to show up as British National Pipe Tap. Same exact thing. 2 is we have a taper going on now. So for what we'll do here is we'll just do a standard turning knob first. So I'm just going to do a turning knob going on the major diameter here. And I just want to make sure we're extending past. Looks good. Go ahead and grab a tool here.
Hold on so I can hear it, Kev.
Yep. Okay. Is there an option for a final top of thread pass? I think what you're looking for. Okay. Yeah. Okay, taper and straight pipe tap as well as British metric along. Okay. Ben, I only have one pipe tap thread or part right now. I don't have metric pipe tap threads in here. I'll see how fast I can do it on the fly for you guys. So let me, I'm just turn this to finish only and save and calculate. Let's just run a simulation real quick. Looks good. And let's go ahead and do threading here. Okay, so for my pipe tap, I'm gonna grab that angle. Same geometry as I grabbed before. Modify is good. I'm gonna grab my thread milling tool here. Oop. Levels, not gonna worry about. Technology, we are doing top threads right here. And let's just do something large here. 50 thou. And okay, so Ben, you're looking at option for final top thread of pass. Is this the same question? Is this kind of the same thing as what you were looking for before, Ben? Okay, so for an extra thread pass right here would be just coming along here and just doing a finish off thread. Is that what you're looking for? So there'd be a radon size, kind of just doing one additional extra spring pass or deburring pass. It would be an extra pass for deburr, but not the thread, just the top outer diameter. So we're talking this one then right here. I can see Ben yelling at the computer right now. No, I'm trying to tell you this. It would be nice addition. Okay, Ben, you have me a little confused. Tell you what, Ben, let's shoot me an email in the morning, and I'll kind of go through when I can get you on the phone. And that way I can make sure I'm answering your question 100% here. I'm thinking that's kind of what you're getting at, but maybe not. Or are you looking to switch tools after, so instead of using the same threading tool, switching tool to a different tool? Okay. I'll try to I think I know what you're trying to go for here, but I'll try it, and if not, give me a call in the morning. Okay, so we'll just do a single start here. We'll go ahead and go to our table, and now we're going to use the British pipe tap. Like I said, this is going to be the exact same thing as the regular national pipe tap. So I'm going to be doing a half 14 pipe threads. Hit OK. All my values pop in there automatically for me. And let's just do this in a single pass. And let's just do save and calculate. So this is like, and this is kind of what I was getting at, is these are the British pipe tap and the national pipe tap are the same. From everything that I've looked at and everything, are the exact same. So if you guys, trying to do a pipe tap in here and you're looking for NPT in here, just look for the BSP, British Standard Pipe Tap. And if it's not in there, like I said, if you guys are looking for a different value, then we can just change that right here. So, and it's all based off of what you have drawn on here with the angle that it's going. So So we'll do one pass, and I'm going to do yes to do a finish cut in the threads, and yes to do a finish cut on the outside diameter of the threads. I think that's what we're going for, Ben, but not 100% sure. And we'll just do our default pattern. Now, if you guys are going through and like as you guys are doing, let's say you guys always want to do your threads always from right to left. What you guys can do is choose number 2, and then we can save that out as a template. And I'll show you that real quick here. So let's just see what we have here. Get really zoomed in here for you. So there's our rough pass. And I think that just took a top cut. And now it's going to the finish of the thread. So it does the top cut first, and then comes back and does just kind of a finish cut going along the bottom here. Now, maybe Ben, what you're saying is you want to kind of reverse that. So you want to do the thread cut first, and then come back and just the very absolute last thing you do is the tops. The only thing I can think of we can do is just do another operation. And what we do is just do a, instead of a threading, we just do a turning. Okay. Okay, so should be exactly what we're looking for. Let's go ahead and do, oh, we already simulated that. So what I want to do is, let me exit out of here, start a new threading. Like I said, let's say you guys are always wanting to do a different pattern. So we can come in here and we can do a save for a template, and then we can just call this as left to right. Hit OK. And now, if I go to my settings and set that template up, templates, turning, threading, there we go. So now, when I add a new threading pass, if I go to my technology, my pattern's already set for me. So you guys don't have to, and that's anything inside here. Even if you guys are kind of running a common thread, you know, you want to use that tool all the time, what we can do also is, if I open up this operation here, and let's say, you know, half 14 is a common one that I am doing a lot of. I want it to pull that same tool in there. I want it to do, you know, same feeds and speeds, everything. I can also save this, and we'll just say, oops. We can't do dashes, so you have to do underscores. So we'll do 1, 14, NPT. We'll say include data, hit OK. So now we go to add a new threading operation. Instead of pulling my my KevCAM threading left to right, I can come in here, grab my 1/2 inch NPT, hit OK. Has my tool, has my levels, has everything that I set up doing a finish pass, everything set up automatically for me. So the only thing I have to do is just grab the geometry, which would just be simple as that. So does that kind of make sense for everybody? 2 is right to left. Did I say that wrong? Yes. Sorry, did I say left to right? All right. Any other questions? Oh, did I say, oh, I saved it wrong. Sorry. It's been a long day. Any other questions with the turning side of things? Like I said, Ben, why don't, if that didn't answer your question, give me a call in the morning and or shoot me an email, and I'll hop on and just to make sure, because like I said, I want to clarify that question for you. And none of us on the support desk have direct numbers. So if you just call in the best thing, Ben, what you could do is just shoot me an email and I can give you a call, or you can give us a call here at, the number is 866-975-1115 extension 2. And for those of you guys that if you can't remember that number, if you go to SolidCAM and we go to technical support, the number is right here.
He's right.
Yep, you got it right there, Ben. So, and then for you guys that are Greg and George for that face turning, I'm going to self-appoint Mark, and he will do a video going over the face turning. I guess so. Like, to get back to the face turning, guys, would that kind of be like what you'd use like on a like a 3-jaw chuck cutting the back side of the jaws? I gotta scroll down to my questions here. This question is more for George and Greg for that face turn. For scroll chuck. For scroll chucks.
Yes, and a fixture, says Greg.
Yes, a fixture. Okay. So, I guess I just never even thought about that, but no, we'll okay. If you, like I said, if you guys have parts, send those over to me. Otherwise, we'll just make some real quick and do a quick little video on how to do it. Or what I can do also is just kind of do when we go over grooving next week, kind of start off with just the face turning and then head over into grooving too. So lots of great questions tonight. Definitely keep Terrence and I on our toes tonight. But any other questions, guys? Or Ronnie, you're quiet tonight. But,
put him on the spot there, Kev.
What's that?
Put him on the spot there.
Yep. I like putting Ronnie on the spot. See, look for you. Okay, excellent. No, and like I said, I look forward to doing the classes with you guys. So like I said, late to the party. Oh, sorry, Ronnie. All right, so I guess that kind of wraps up turning. Like I said, any questions that come up, definitely, guys, shoot me an email. You guys should all have my email here. For those of you guys who are watching on YouTube, my email is down in the description for you guys. Let us know what we can do to help you guys out. If there's something I didn't cover here, let me know. Like I said, we'll be doing that face turning as a quick little video kind of covering how it works. But yeah, and like I said, next week we'll be covering grooving. And I apologize, guys. I kind of wanted to break these up into smaller segments, and I realized the classes are a little bit shorter in length now because of that, but I just didn't want to. It got to be a lot when we were doing 5-axis and trying to pile multiple operations all in one class, so I wanted to kind of space it out for you guys. So, but with that being said, guys, I can't thank you guys enough for showing up. Hopefully you guys enjoy attending them as much as I enjoy teaching them. And like I said, if you guys have suggestions, send those over to us via email, and we will get those added in there. I got a whole slew of great ideas from you guys. Yeah, you're welcome. And it's kind of exciting going forward. And for those of you guys that were here last week, did you guys enjoy having Sean in here? Sweet. Looks like we got some good feedback there. So, yeah. trying to think. I'd like to bring a couple more people in with our company. I'd like to get Darren in here and some of our other tech guys, so you guys can kind of pick their brains just as much as you guys like to pick mine. So kind of do that going forward. My goal is to actually get Sydney in here. So we can, for those of you guys that have been around SolidCAM for more than the last 2 years, Sydney was kind of the original SolidCAM professor, and I'm going to see if I can get him in, and you guys can kind of play stump the chump with Sydney a little bit. But, well, guys, I can't thank you enough for joining us tonight. I'm just kind of rambling on here, but like I said, next week we'll be grooving, and any questions, concerns, let me know. And other than that, have a absolute wonderful night, and we will, if I don't talk to any of you guys in the meantime, we will see you guys next week. All right.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks a lot, guys.